Right. Let's start again. Now, let me again share my screen. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So we were working with the left side and right side bars. And so we've got the header, which is inside the partials, and that will be included here. Then with the nav, that is going to get included here from partials again. And we've got these things. Then the partials footer will be included here. So these are the things which we did. And again, we were also able to do a automation of this nav page. So based on which, I mean, like each and everything, all we need to do is only give an array of data which has a link, and then the uh, text in it, and based on this we are able to generate the whole thing. We will come to the drop downs and other things in the complex ones later. Maybe we can make another array here, and we can also add something like a children or something like that as a new property, and then we will be able to do that. Okay. Right now we have tried, we obviously did this one. I'm just going to put this whole thing on the right side. So again, since it's in the nav.inc, I could do ML auto, because this I know, because it is oh, it's not here, because this is, what do you call this one, it's flexbox, and this might work, and it didn't work. So this one has the ML auto, but it did not work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the ML auto, and maybe I should be using something else here at this point as the parent of this, to make this one as align content between something like that. Okay, I don't know whether what needs to be done. For now we will just leave it this way. All right, so now if you take the main page, this is also now automated. So we were able to automate this one. So let's put this title as GSSOC logo or something like that, and in the href we will again use index.htm here. Now we have almost done with the what do you call this, we have done the partialization, so we have done componentization. So I'm going to add everything, componentization using PHP. So that's been done right now. So once we have done this, the next thing what we will be doing is, we've got all these things ready. Now we can start creating new pages. So here is where the main crazy thing happens. I'm going to create a new file which is going to be about.php. For now we are sticking with .php files. We will be updating it in a better way. So now since we have given we have created about.php, we'll just go with these things. So all these .htm links need to be changed. So what I'm going to do is this is again another good way of using Sublime Text, which supports multiple editing, multiple place editing. So I'm just going to do .php everywhere, and then I'll just save this way. And now inside the index.php, I'm gonna do another copy paste to the whole thing as about.php. This one is definitely not a good sign. That's what I would say. So, but unfortunately at this moment, since we are not using any routers or anything, right now we are going with .php and accessing the file directly. So for now, let's do it that way. And because if we are able to use a router here at this point, we will be able to check if this about file is existing. If it is not existing, we can send out a nice 404 pages. So we could easily check a lot of different 404 illustrations which are possible. So that's what I was saying. So if we refresh this thing, there is a small problem here. This one is also checking the title. So I'm just gonna quickly check. uh, it's supposed to be link, and refreshing it, it's going to go with about.php updated the links. Okay, so that looks perfect. Now if I click on about.php, it also shows the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here as about page. And again, for this whole thing, I can also do something like this left sidebar can be in a sidebar kind of thing. So here I can do an include partials slash left dot inc. So if I go to header.inc, create a new file, make it as left.inc, and then paste it here, this is gonna be the same thing everywhere. And now inside our about.php, I'm just gonna change this one as well. So these two things will show it in a different way. So this shows about page, this shows home page, which says right side. And I would like to have this left side in a smaller way and right side to take up a lot of space. So this is where you can really appreciate what I am trying to do. So in this case, I could just directly go to the left, and instead of using call 6, I can do call 2, and then I would do as left sidebar or something like that. And in the index, or just for now I'll just do that. So you can clearly see immediately it has gone to whether it is going to be home page or about page, both have the same pages. So I just did one change in one file, it affected everywhere. That is the main reason why we are using this kind of a uh, way. Okay, and now let's quickly create a list of items on the left side as well. So we don't need this one, we don't need this one. This one is kind of like, okay, we have got this here. So we can also create these files as well. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna copy these things and quickly go to the terminal. Being a lazy person, I'm just gonna do cp about.php and paste it as these files. So if I do these things, immediately all these files are done. So that's another uh, lazy way that I will do. So I'm just gonna close this one, left, let it close. And now we are gonna automate a lot of things. So the first one would be index, then we have about, then let's open projects, GSSOC, and contacts. Okay, so we will quickly change all these things into their respective page names. So this is going to be the only place where I am editing is this main place: home page, about, projects, GSSOC page, contact page. It might be a bit slow, I mean, like, it might be a bit basic for a few people, but if that is the case, do let me know. I can tell you in a different way, but for now we have done this one. For the left sidebar, what I'm going to do is, instead of using now I believe all the pages are built. So home page, this is the home page, this is the about page, this is the projects page, this is the GSSOC page, and this is the contact us page. Everything is built now. Now if I just change one particular thing here, for example, I need I have a list of links, again another list of links. So let's say I have sidebar links. It's kind of like resources, something like that. For now I'm just going to create an array the same way how I created last time, but here it's going to be a good amount of resources, something like let's say GSSOC. It's gonna be, oh sorry, https gssoc.tech. That's gonna be gssoc. Then this is girlscript.tech. Then let's have Google. For now, let's stop with these three. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a list group. So there is an option to use a linked list, which is somewhere here. Again, we will just do a copy paste. That's it. So Okay, so for now, instead of having an active tag here, we can just get rid of the active tag. This is what is the main thing that we need to um, do here. So if I save this one, it obviously gets updated in every page. All the pages have the same thing. So that's actually the main intention behind using a link, behind using the PHP thing. So if we try to use another PHP tag with a for each thing using sidebar links, and then it's going to be a link, and then it's going to be a text. All we need to do here is we'll be getting rid of all these things, and then we'll put this here, and the href will get the link and the text on the text. Obviously, since these are external links, we can actually do a target underscore blank, which will open it in a new window. Literally, it will open in a new window. So this is gonna have the text here. So now we've got all these links here. At the same time, these are all in all the pages. So any one place, if you want to edit, it's gonna edit everywhere. That's the ultimate main aim for this one. And once we do this, we can also the other thing which I was talking about is um, automating these things, and based on the page that you are in, you need to make sure this page is active, something like that, right? So that's what we are going to do the next one. So here, this is in the index page. So what I'm going to do is, before this nav.inc is added, I'm going to put page equal to index.html. So that's sorry, index.php. This is the current page, right? So I'm going to use that one. And once this is here, I'm just going to copy the same thing for all these pages. So here it's going to be about, here it's going to be projects, here it's going to be GSSOC. This can be again automated by other means, but for now, for having it simple and for simplicity, I'm just going to use this way. Now this is saved, this is saved, this is saved, this is saved. All I need to do is I need to go to the nav page, and then for every link in the nav item, I guess I need to go to the nav bar. See, it is not even after a lot of practice, you keep checking the documentation, which is completely fine. All you need to have is an active class in the nav item, not in the nav link. So this is the nav item. So here I'm going to open a quick PHP thing which says echo, and the condition is going to be if dollar page equal to dollar link, then give me space active, else nothing. So this is what I'm going to do. And now if I go back to the page, now it's going to show me this as a bright way. And if you go view source as well, even here it's going to show me this nav link, this nav item is active. The same way, if I go to projects, view page source, the projects has projects item as active. So this is one good way of um, automating the whole thing. This will completely avoid you to edit each and every HTML pages that are available in a static site. That is what is the main thing which I was talking about. And that's the main reason. And the reason why I'm using PHP is PHP is mostly available in all the systems, whether you're using your personal system or whether you're using a live system. 90% of the web applications that are hosted live are based on LAMP stack, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Someone also asked me, why are we going with MySQL, not MongoDB? This is again another reason. The production machines are equipped with Nginx and Nginx for load balancer, and MySQL and PHP for the LAMP, PHP for the interpreter, and MySQL for the database. And another thing is, MySQL is being forked, and then it is rebranded as MariaDB. MariaDB is what is being used nowadays. It has almost all the APIs which are similar to MySQL. So you don't, it's completely backward with MySQL, and it's gonna use the same thing. So MariaDB is the open source, completely open source GPL version of MySQL. MySQL it does have some closed component parts. It's been acquired by Oracle, and I don't know, it might be killed in pretty soon time. Already they have used the commercial enterprise edition, which is gonna be not being used by many of the people, and now everyone is using MariaDB for this case. The next thing is we need to create the APIs and other things, which we can think about it later. So for now, this is the reason why this is a quick introduction on how we are using Bootstrap and how we are using these partials. So all these things are partial files, and these are the only files that we are editing. And anywhere, if in case, for example, if you want to edit in one page, it's gonna edit everywhere. That's the good thing about what we are doing right now. So what I have done so far is created pages and sublinks. So it's all updated now, and it's all available in the Git repository as well. I'll send you the repository too. So if we go back to our GitHub page and copy this, refresh this one. Yep, created pages and sublinks 17 seconds ago, and I'll just paste it over here as well. So yes, and the other thing is it any better and effective? No way, right? And you still use Skype, right, guys? So that's the thing we are currently working on, and this is with this one being said, we will be the first thing which we are gonna do is we will be looking at where's that theme which I was talking about? Just a second. Okay, so this is the theme we are talking about, right? So this first thing we need to do is this particular theme is extremely complicated, obviously, because it has like a loads and loads of source lines of code. So the first page itself, one single page has like 1,000 lines of code, and each and every page will have multiple code. So I mean multiple complex things, and there are like hundreds of repeated components. For example, this whole thing is a component, this one is a component, the sections can be made into components, etc. So what we will do is we will first break down this whole theme in small ways, and then we can start working on each file. Now this is what my plan was, and this is the reason we are using, let's say, Sublime Text or VS Code, and this is the reason we are using PHP and MySQL. Any other questions? And I'm up for questions. You can start asking your questions. You can actually either unmute yourself and talk, or maybe you can also talk in chat. Anything is okay. Wait, no. I mean, is anyone able to? I mean, like, no one is. Is anyone want to talk, or is everyone able to hear me? I'm not able to hear anyone. Everyone is muted.
Hello.
Yes. Hi.
This is Pooja.
Hi, Pooja.
Praveen, why we are using PHP? Why not another language like JavaScript?
Yeah, I just told, like, most of the production systems, like for example, the website which I host, I've been hosting on my
Okay.
VPS. This particular site is hosted on a VPS which is running on a LAMP stack. LAMP stack is Linux, Apache, MySQL,
Okay.
and
Okay. Yeah.
PHP.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
PHP support will be native, and moreover you could see that running PHP code in your system is very quick. Like all you need to do is use like php -s localhost 80, or that's it, you can get
Okay.
it up to the speed and running. Whereas in case of Node you need to set up everything. Like just for an
Yeah, yeah.
example, if it is JavaScript, obviously all the source files will change. It's all will be like either JS files or um, we have handlebars, we have Jade, etc. for templating. The main reason is for templating and what do you call this, componentization.
Yes.
HTML natively doesn't support include files. This case we are using PHP as a uh, static file generator. So we are using an
Mm.
include, and then we are doing it. Aarti, yes, Megapack is a theme. It's a paid theme. I've just got it from Theme Forest. So this is the landing page theme. So this is what I bought, and I really loved this theme. That's why I thought of like using the landing pages for this. And it is based on Bootstrap 4, I guess. Oh no, it is actually compatible with Bootstrap
3.
3.x. It doesn't say whether it is Bootstrap 4, but it looks like it is Bootstrap 3, and the latest one is released like few months ago. Anyone? Any other questions? So we will be using this particular theme going forward for our landing pages, and that's the reason. Like, and we will be like componentizing the whole page, and then making each of us, we will one of you will work on one particular component, one other will work on other component, something like that.
Hello.
Yes, hi Amog.
Hi, sir. So I just wanted to know what all tech stack should we be clear with that we will be using?
Yes, it's all given here. So front end, obviously HTML and CSS, then JavaScript, Bootstrap, jQuery. This is for the landing pages, and we do have MERN. MERN in the sense here it stands for MySQL, Express, React, and Node. LAMP is for whatever which I talked to you now: Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So this is for the landing pages, and the public website, public facing website. MERN is going to be for the applications that we develop. That is going to be I'm not sure if you are aware of the applications. Sorry about the COVID graph here, which I really don't want to see. um, so here, if we go to CatsInTech, so we've got Rezume, that is one of the applications. Leadstagram is another application. Comparator is the third application. But for all these things, the main website is still has nothing right now. So if we go to cats in .tech, it doesn't have anything right now, and so we will be building this website together using the other theme which I told you. Like yeah, CatsInTech is completely nothing, so we will be using Megapack to build it. Especially I really love this service. So there is this services page, and that really looks so good. Sorry, I guess Aarti asked if there is any free themes available. Sorry Aarti to disappoint you. All the themes, theme forest is like amazon.com for themes. So it is, everything is costly, but there are like super awesome themes that are available out elsewhere as well. Yeah, you can actually ping me, I can send you a lot of things. Samiksha asks if oh, session was a bit fast. I'm really sorry, Samiksha. Yeah, definitely all the recordings will be made available soon once I upload them. Anything else? Sorry Amog, was it answered, or you still have questions?
Yes, sir, it was answered.
Perfect. Any other questions? When a change is made in VS Code, how was it? Because VS Code, okay. Yeah, Samiksha, you have said to everyone, right? So in VS Code and Sublime Text both are open, both have opened in the same folder. So they are looking at the same folder essentially. So um, that's the reason. Both the files are same file. That's the same file which is getting edited. That's why. Any other questions? So is everyone clear with how we are going forward, how we are proceeding? And we've got Priya here, Priyadarshini Rajaram. She is the product owner for Resume. Priya, do you want to say something about?
That's
Hi,
yours. Okay.
the stage is yours. You want to say something quickly about the whole thing?
No,
It was her who built the whole thing, and she got a job here in the UK, and she's now um, she's flaunting there. So I would just ask her to talk.
no, it's fine. Go ahead. You're doing best. You're doing the best. So it's fine.
That's it.
So
Go
yeah.
on. You tell. I mean, you tell about your experience on building this whole thing, so that everyone else, there are like lots and lots of people like you, just like you, and they're all very scared to even get into technology. And this is the good thing, like from a person who who was scared about technology, who has built something like this awesome way, and then now you're in a job as well. So if you want to explain about your experience, that would be nice.
Okay. Well, actually, when I was searching for a job, I was searching. I was trying to build my resume, obviously. So when I searched like how to build it, I had to do it manually, and there was nothing on the web, and it was all, even if it was there, it was not free, it was costly. So I was thinking, let's make an open source project, yet I wasn't able to complete it fully, which was that's why we started. Okay, Praveen gave me an idea we could do this. So yeah, initially I was really afraid to get into tech. Not afraid, I was not confident about myself, but now I'm learning as well, and a little bit more confidence than before. So thanks to Praveen. That's it.
So that's it, guys. It's very simple. Tech is not something like a rocket science. As I said you before, whatever you know. Um, okay, another question for Priya. Priya, come on, answer it.
I can, yeah.
Okay, the question is, can you talk about how you got over your personal fears? Aarti can relate it. So uh, your message to Aarti, please.
Yeah. My personal fear is that what if, like, seeing everybody else code, and I will be thinking, what if I'm not able to code like them? What am I going to do? What am I even doing here? So um, and then I got to know that not everybody doesn't code just like that. Everybody googles, everybody makes mistake and learns from it. So that's how we do it. Everybody, I guess. That's what I learned. So which gave
Definitely, because even
me.
even though I have like 10 years experience, right, like right now, when I wanted to like check the basic syntax for like basic class for a bootstrap element, I had to look into the documentation. See, your brain is like not a huge database of collection of things. So all you need to know is the basics. Like if you know how to proceed further, that is what is required. Like most of the companies are looking into how you are approaching the work. Like for example, you have a problem, yes, you need to build this. Even that is a problem. Okay, we don't have this product, we need to build this. That is the problem statement. And some, what is the solution? There is a solution. This is the solution. Whatever you are seeing in front of the screen right now, this is the solution. So what we should do to build this, there is an approach that everyone can take. So one particular approach is whatever Priya said just now. So most of the companies, they look at the approach, not exactly the final product. Anyone can build the final product, but the way you bring it to here, how you bring it, that's what matters. Any other questions, guys? and girls. You can even message your questions privately here. So if you want to message any questions, go ahead, and that will be answered. All right, so I need ideas on how we can proceed with this. So what I would do initially is I'll try to upload this whole the services page alone, along with all the contents. Let's start with breaking this into smaller chunks, and then continue on how to work on these things. And in that way, um, right, there are a lot of people who have joined very recently, so this is completely starting from scratch. We haven't done anything yet. It's like completely zero, so you can see that the page is completely zero, nothing is there. So what I'm going to do is, as a first thing, I'm gonna upload the whole content here. We will start with the first page, first navigation place. We will change the navigation. Someone pick up the navigation. Let's talk a lot in the Slack. And yes, Resume is a web app. It is you can actually that is the project we are currently working on. All the issues are on top of this project. So resume.best is the link, so you can everyone can access it right now. It is live, and all credits go to Priya. And yeah, so you can access live. It's a web project, and unfortunately we are not following that level of responsiveness in this, which is completely fine. No one is gonna see your design your resume inside a small screen. So it's not for a mobile application, it is mainly for a desktop application to create your resume. Any other questions? Okay.
Yeah. My
Okay.
question.
Yeah. Sorry.
My
Who is this?
question. Pooja.
Hi, Pooja.
Yeah. My question to Priyadarshini that this resume dot this site where, like you have created for that resume site to build resume, or
Yeah.
actually I joined late, so
Oh yeah.
uh,
Okay. My our actually it's our idea, not only mine. So we just thought everybody um will should be able to create a resume easily, and everything should be automated and not in a manual way, and it should be free. That's the idea. So if you go into the website, you should be able to create your resume and download it. That's
yeah.
the idea.
Priya, do you want to use
Is
the
it
remote control, and do you want to access? I mean, like show it around. I've sent you.
No, no, you go ahead. You go ahead. It's fine.
I've given you the access. You can ask them, like you can show them. Hey, by the way, Priya, I need your help. Can you please redeploy the application, because most of I have actually changed it to app.resume.best. So I guess you
Uh,
need to do that,
yeah.
please.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Um. Actually, Praveen, do you mind showing it around?
All right. What do you want me to show?
Just show them the app. Like, what do
Okay,
you
the
want?
app has been it's already public, and I have also given a quick intro about it. So currently we are also working on like creating these things. That's what we are actively discussing with all the team members. I guess Anushri has done a lot of work, right? Is it Anu? Are you still here? I can't find her actually. Yeah, I am not able to find her. Okay, so let me have a quick look at the resume issues. So if you see here, we are also discussing about a neat logo, and we need to have this data structure. Let's have a look at it. I guess it was Anushri. Yes, it was Anushri, and she gave a lot of ideas on doing this, and as well as Abir. Is Abir here at least? I guess no one is here. Actually, these people are supposed to be here right now. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so we will be working on these things. We are still looking into what exactly would be a best data structure for adding these things. For now, here in your about details, you have name, you have location, you have current position, and you have summary. And for contact, you have got email, you have website, and you have got phone number. So until that is done, so we are still working on the experience, which is going
Experience,
to
yeah.
be an array of objects. The objects will have different layouts. So the data structure is being discussed here, and we will be discussing about that. And yeah, so right, this is the go ahead for it. But unfortunately, I couldn't. Anushri hasn't been here, so we will share her the video. Any other questions? Okay, guys, I guess the session was informative. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope no one actually bored, uh, got bored, or I did not bore anyone to death. So we are all here to support you as well. So myself, Priya, can give you a lot of ideas about like the motivation and all these things. Yeah. So anyone who no one needs to get feared about what is gonna happen, because everything is like very